Hello collective and chosen ones, welcome to my channel. I'm always happy you're here and thank you all for being here, spending time with me today. So if you are first time here, welcome, and for all regular viewers, welcome back. So this channel is all about raising your vibration and continuing on with your path spiritually and working with your energy. Today I'm going to continue reading some oracle messages, but more or less on the channel messages that came through last night, and also just a few oracle cards for you. So the first oracle message was, this was the right decision. Don't know what that means for you and what your decision was, but whatever you're thinking about doing, that was the right decision. A lot of you are rewriting your story, and what you're doing is breaking generational curses and really looking at a brand new direction. And for all of you that's had a lot of family lineage and problems and issues, underlying issues, it's time to work through them, regardless of how your family members give you what kind of reaction. And it can be a messy process, of course, but it's one of the hardest lessons that we have to deal with, and Spirit's guiding you along. Your intuition was right, and you're making better choices. Fruits of your labor are coming in. You're the rise of the phoenix. I've said that before several times, and just trust the process that you are going to come through, regardless of how hard and difficult lessons that you're going through. You did doubt yourself for a while, but you're staying very focused. You feel victory, but also many setbacks, and that's part of the spiritual ascension process, that we are meant to be going through this. We are chosen ones. We have no other choice but to plow through, regardless of how difficult things can be. And I will elaborate on what's happening with the channel messages shortly. So as you elevate, the other's power over you decrease or diminish. Your real supporters are available in hard times. So tap into it and stay connected with those that are here for you. So for a good example is when you make a message to the other person that you're going through a tough time, just pay attention to what happens, whether they're around, and continue on with the conversation of offering some help for you. If they change the subject and pretend that they're busy or they don't answer you at all, there's your answer. You can well and truly see beyond the physical realm. And you have a special gift or skills and talent that you master with ease, and Spirit's urging you to continue on honing in on these skills, whatever it is. Stay connected to the divine Spirit. You're taking chances to move forward. Now I'm going to read out some channel messages that I may not have covered in the last reading. Now I hope you're all very well, and some of you might also start to feel all of a sudden some negative energy or a little bit of slight anxiety or fear. Now whenever that happens out of nowhere or all of a sudden, ask yourself this question: is this just a quick and temporary feeling, and it comes out of nowhere and you can't explain why? And if the answer is yes, you are actually channeling other people's energy. So stay connected to spirit to help you get over those feelings, or if you need to tap into whoever's feeling it is and maybe assist the other person and why this is coming across, do that. Spend some quiet time just tapping in and do a lot of meditation to find out where this energy is coming from. Okay, let me just read through the messages that I have not read yet. So the Divine's grand orchestration is that what was simple had all of a sudden become very difficult. So this is our hardest lesson moving on from 2025 onwards. We are coming across things that are all of a sudden unexplainable and why it's so difficult. It could be anything. It could be family dynamics. It could be anything to do with your career and generally maybe your personal life, your lifestyle. All of a sudden things become just moving up a notch or a couple of notches more difficult. But what it is that Spirit might be forcing you to look at other perspectives and other ways of dealing with things, dealing with particular tasks, and how to navigate through what you think is a very difficult time. And Spirit's also forcing you to take another route when things start to become very much stagnant. It's really Divine's way of nudging you along with the intervention. Sometimes we do need a nudge because there are so many things externally coming at us that requires us to go through lots of focus, one at a time, one task at a time. Sometimes you can multitask, but some people cannot multitask, and that's something that Spirit's asking us to really start practicing what we don't know best or what we know the least. So upskilling on certain things or the things that you want to do to get ahead in life. So whatever situation you're in, if it's a very negative one, you're not meant to stay there that long. It is just designed for you to learn some lessons. Be grateful. Spirit, God, Divine, Allah, whoever your God figure is, Jesus, put you through with the most difficult people, situations, and life experiences. You have experienced the most extreme conditions that seem unsurmountable, but now Spirit's giving you the chance to literally, it's like walking through a very narrow and dark path. You're coming through from what seems to be an unsurmountable case, like walking through a dark cave with not much wiggle room. When you have been thrown into the chaos, you may have been confused and panicked in the past. The Spirit's asking you to just cut through that fear. And I'm going to read out some cards for you that talks about the fear and anxiety. So it makes you question why you have to come through and why you have to go through that. So Spirit's clear question is that this is your lesson and your path. Sadness is not sadness, but really when you feel sadness, it's from the loss that you cannot take other people with you. So you're going through a new beginning, and this path is meant only for you. So you are feeling the sadness, but it's not sadness that that's what you typically think, that you're leaving somebody behind. You're literally going into a new path, and no one is going to be going through the same path as you. So that's why you feel a bit sadness and to a degree loneliness. And don't worry about what others think of you and how others feel about you. You're walking along the path of the divine, and anyone that doesn't think much of you will not understand what you're going through, and they will have their own karma to deal with by opposing against you. So there is really nothing that you need to fear or worry about or stress. So I'm going to read out the last cards before I close out this reading. So this card is called Your Path. So dear Lord, help me trust there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. So that's reiterating what I just said. Tap into the divine to help you see through what you're feeling at the moment. You've got the card of change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroad in your own evolution. So you're now realizing that you cut through your ego, and you had an ego death, actually starting from a while back. But you are dealing with other people's ego death as well. So that's why the path has not been so easy. You're helping others. Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So always tapping into your divine spirit internally and work out exactly what you need to do, and everything will be fine. I had these really dark feelings last night. It's just coming out of nowhere, and lo and behold, I was tapping into other people's energy, and a friend that I haven't really spoken to for quite some time because I was concentrating on my own evolution. Suddenly I was called to talk to this friend, so I was on the phone and I picked up a lot of fear, negative energy and everything that is stuck within this person. But I have been called to speak to them because I just have not been giving them any time. So it was time for me to just at least pay attention to that person, just to help them out, and then I go back to my own path. So that person was very grateful that I've spoken to them, and I hadn't really had a real good conversation for at least a good 6 months, or since my father passed away. And sometimes you have to be called to speak to those people, even if their energy is low. It's because Spirit has a mission for you to help them out. And so yeah, my energy wasn't very good, so that's why I didn't do a reading. And nowadays I have to make sure some of my inner world and energy doesn't coincide with my reading, and if it does, I will have to point it out to you, and possibly it would intermingle with yours. I hope that makes sense, because we're all the collective and the chosen ones. We are embodying the same kind of energy, and what's going on now would relate to you as well. Now, I hope this makes sense to you, and I encourage you to give me some feedback as to how this may resonate with you. If it doesn't, that's fine. You probably won't be staying in this reading for long. But I encourage you to also go back to some of my past playlists, and listen to some of the things that may resonate with you now, because my readings are all timeless. It's as and when it is relevant to you. And for all of you who are not subscribed, please, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this with others. And I hope the rest of your week is going to be a good one. And sending you lots of love and blessings. And see you in the next reading. Bye for now.